Hello and welcome to a video on teen strategies for stress and anxiety. Our brains are really powerful. They do a lot for us throughout the day, and oftentimes they're working tirelessly to scan our environment, search for things that aren't safe, understand social cues, understand things that are happening at school, trying to comprehend different status quos, trying to comprehend new topics. Our brains do a lot for us. And so it's a completely normal and human thing for us to experience worry and stress, and for us to have a hard time always understanding what's going on in our brain. I know when I feel stressed and overwhelmed, it oftentimes feels like my thoughts are a train rushing past so quickly, and I'm not able to really see what each of those thoughts are as it passes. And so a strategy that can be helpful for all of us when we're feeling stressed or anxious is something that is sometimes referred to as process journaling. So process journaling is the practice of journaling, which oftentimes is getting our thoughts out on a piece of paper. However, the difference can be, for this activity, is the way in which we do this. So I have my journal in front of me, and if you want to take a moment, you can pause this video here and go ahead and go find just a piece of paper, it doesn't have to be a journal, and a writing utensil, preferably a pen. So now that you have all your materials, process journaling is a wonderful way for us to think and to acknowledge our thoughts and our feelings without judging them and without trying to change them into things that make us feel better about ourselves or things that we think other people would like. Journaling is a very vulnerable thing, something that we hope no one's reading and should be private for ourselves. And so this is an activity that can be really good to help us let go of those judgments that we have for ourselves and for our thoughts and our feelings. So this video is going to go on for 5 minutes once I'm done explaining the activity. And during those 5 minutes, your only role or your only task is to simply write down your thoughts as they happen. Now the trick is that you are not going to pick up your pen from your paper. So words might be scribbled together, punctuation might be wrong, you might have incomplete sentences or miss words, and all of that is okay. All of that is going to be a beautiful act of getting to let those expectations go. And the hope of this is that you're able to know yourself more fully simply by not judging your thoughts and feelings and letting all of those thoughts onto this paper without second guessing yourself. After the 5 minutes is up, you can close your journal, maybe never read it, maybe come back and read it tomorrow or a few minutes from now, or you can go back and read it. And you might notice that you learned something about yourself, something that you've been thinking about or something that's been stressing you out that you haven't really thought's been stressing you out. This activity is one that you can use when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed, or when you're simply hoping to understand yourself more. To maybe give yourself something to think about, to give us all something to think about, I'm going to share just a short quote from a wonderful peacemaker, Thich Nhat Hanh, who says, "We are aware that understanding is the very foundation of love." We are aware that understanding is the very foundation of love. And so when we think about offering ourselves self-love, when we think about giving ourselves the space to be loved by ourselves. It must come with understanding, with taking the time to sit and to listen to that inner voice. So go ahead now, prepare yourself. Maybe we'll take one deep breath in together, and then your 5 minutes will begin. So inhaling through your nose, and exhale through your nose. And you may begin.